Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of oh no, I'm sorry guys. I forgot to take off my Skip Bayless costume. Okay, that was a pretty good gag. Let's move on. What up everyone? It's Mamba, and we are back with another Skip Bayless video. The final chapter of the Skip Bayless videos on this channel, and we're gonna go out with a bang. Counting down the top 10 worst Skip Bayless moments of all time. Now this is an impossible feat. He has said a lot of really special needs things over the years, but you know what? I think I'm pretty qualified to take on this task. I've made 11. Is it 11? I lost count. I think it's 11 of the worst Skip Bayless moments and predictions videos. I've watched hours and hours and hours of this man say some of the most ridiculous stuff I have ever heard come out of a human's mouth. So I think I can narrow it down to 10. It's going to be tough, but we're going to do it. Let's just start it off right now with number 10. Alright, number 10. How do we start this countdown off right? How do we set the tone for Skip Bayless saying some of the most ridiculous stuff of all time? Well, I thought the only way we could start this countdown off with was a LeBron James take by Skip Bayless. This one's a pretty recent one when he was on Undisputed. It's MLB All-Star Weekend. And we're taking place during the Home Run Derby. Just after it, Aaron Judge goes off and wins the Home Run Derby. So Skip Bayless looks at this and he's like, oh yes, this is the perfect opportunity for me to say Aaron Judge is not only already at LeBron James's level as an athlete, but he has surpassed him. Just watch.
In one huge way, forgive me for pointing this out, Aaron Judge is already way beyond LeBron James because Aaron Judge, as a rookie, participated in the Home Run Derby. And LeBron James, after 14 NBA seasons, still hasn't participated in his first slam dunk contest.
And he's not.
Where are you, LeBron? What happened? Where were you when we needed you?
So let me get this straight. You think Aaron Judge is already a little ahead of LeBron because he participated in an extracurricular activity in his league, but LeBron James hasn't participated in one in his league. Skip, it means nothing.
They're throwing one quick pitch to him at the end of right before the buzzer, and he jacks that one out. So guess what? He's already a little ahead of LeBron. He was clutch.
Oh,
I mean, was that not clutch?
Like I already said, it's the Home Run Derby. It's not the World Series. That home run had little to no pressure on it. And then he goes on another LeBron James isn't clutch thing. You know, how he disappeared against the Celtics in 2010, against the Mavericks in 2011. Ray Allen saved his career in 2013. It's like, Skip, you're not giving LeBron James his credit. He has shown up in some clutch moments. You just completely ignore them. You know what? Shannon Sharp, can you take this over for me?
In the final 5 seconds in playoff and overtime, regulation and overtime, LeBron James is 6 of 12 in game-winning attempts, while Michael Jordan is 5 of 11. Is 6 of 12 better than 5 of 11?
Barely.
For a guy that's not clutch, and the guy that you said is the clutchest of all, he wasn't better in the clutch than the guy that you said is not clutch.
Yeah, that's a bogus.
No, you don't do that, Skip. Skip, don't do that.
You know
Skip, why would you do me like this?
Yeah, because
you like how Skip Bayless just completely brushed off that stat and called it a bogus stat? Now, is it the hardest hitting proof that LeBron James is more clutch than Michael Jordan? No. But it's not a bogus stat. There is some truth behind that, and Skip Bayless just completely brushes it off because it doesn't fit his narrative. You know what? Let's just go on to number 9. Now, let me set the scene for you here at number 9. Ron Jaworski just released his 2013 top quarterbacks list. And that's right, your boy Aaron Rodgers was number 1 on that list. Now, obviously, Skip Bayless wasn't happy about this, but there were many angles he could have attacked this from. Could he have taken the Tim Tebow angle, the Tom Brady angle, or the Robert Griffin III angle? Well, for this one, he takes the Robert Griffin III angle, and, you know, it's 2013. It's the year after his Rookie of the Year season. He got hurt, but let's see if he can bounce back, right? So that alone isn't bad enough to land on this list. It's the fact that not only does he say he's going to be better than Aaron Rodgers in the future, he says if Aaron Rodgers was on the Redskins, they would be worse.
let me say that you are so disrespectful to Robert Griffin III to even suggest that Aaron Rodgers could run the spread option for the Redskins?
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said if you put him in Washington.
I said if you put him in Washington, the Washington Redskins would be just as good, if not better, with Aaron Rodgers. Are you kidding me? Are you trying to say that Ian Gasson and those boys and Alvin Morrison would be worse off with Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Please. You need to stop it.
You think Aaron Rodgers can run the way RG3 can run? As mobile as he is? One day soon, RG3 will be better than Aaron Rodgers. I said it, and I will stand behind it. And you will eat those words over time. I need a little time. I need him to get healthy, which he's on his way to being. He's visiting Dr. Andrews today as we speak.
Now, let me just say this is so high on my list for the sole reason of Robert Griffin III sustaining so many injuries over his career and basically ruining his career. Now, would Robert Griffin III be better than Aaron Rodgers had he stayed healthy? I think we can all agree that he probably wouldn't have been. But there's that small percentage, that small window that maybe, just maybe, he would have been better than Aaron Rodgers. And that's why it's still high. But it was a ridiculous take back in 2013, and it's an even more ridiculous take at 2017. Let's just move on to number 8. Now, for number 8, we have 2 different clips to show for this one, but they come together beautifully in the end. Now, at first, the first clip you're going to see, it's a live show, and they're debating the top 5 Yankees of all time, and Skip Bayless proclaims that Derek Jeter doesn't even belong in the same breath as his top 5 Yankees.
Derek Jeter does not belong in the same breath with my top 5 Yankees, and I'm sorry. What do I always caution our viewers against? Being prisoner of the moment.
Wow, that was a beautiful segue, Skip. Thank you very much for transitioning me into the second clip I'm going to use for you to show that you're a hypocrite. You yourself were a prisoner of the moment for Derek Jeter. When he hit his 3,000th hit, you were a prisoner of the moment because you put him in your top 5 Yankees when you just said he didn't belong in the same breath as your top 5 Yankees.
Is Derek Jeter now, with 3,000 hits, the only Yankee ever to do that? Is he in the top 5 Yankees all time?
And I'm with you that Derek Jeter belongs on the list just because of the 3,000 in a Yankee uniform.
No. Derek Jeter does not belong in the same breath with my top 5 Yankees. And I'm with you that Derek Jeter belongs on the list.
Isn't it beautiful the way things work out? Let's go to number 7. Alright, so for number 7, this moment happens very quickly and was kind of a side piece of the argument they were having. But I caught it, and I'm not going to let you forget it, Skip. It's Peyton Manning discussion. They're talking about which team he should join after the Colts released him. And everyone's saying, hey, what about the Denver Broncos? And Skip's like, oh, no, if he wants to win a Super Bowl, why would he join the Denver Broncos? He then goes on to explain how the Denver Broncos have a garbage defense. And Von Miller, the 2011 Rookie of the Year at that time, his name comes up, and Skip Bayless says he's overrated. What?
They do have the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Von Miller.
You know what? He's way overrated. I was on the record before the draft.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, I know he hurt his hand, but listen, the last 6 games of the year, he was nowhere to be seen because he's an undersized pass rusher who can get blocked.
Playing with the hands, Skip.
Hey, listen. Trust me on this. I'm always on the record before the draft. Overrated. Any big Texas A&M game I saw didn't come to play.
All right, Von Miller, first 7 years. Let's see what he's accomplished. Wow, 5 Pro Bowls, 3-time All-Pro. Wow, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, 78.5 sacks in 93 games. Skip, not only is he not overrated, he's arguably the greatest defensive player in the game today. And not only did he help Peyton Manning to a Super Bowl victory, he carried him to a Super Bowl victory. All right, we got a beautiful throwback here for number 6. LeBron James is fresh off of leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Miami Heat back in 2010. And Skip Bayless is not only proclaiming that his cast with the Cleveland Cavaliers was underrated, but it's going to make the playoffs without LeBron James. Excuse me a second.
What? Listen, I'm going with the non-LeBrons, as I call the Cavaliers, because I always said the supporting cast is way underrated. Do you know how many times LeBron got
Who's underrated?
Wait a second.
Who on that team? Give me a name.
J.J. Hickson, for one. First of all, I think this whole idea that LeBron was playing with a bunch of mannequins is a complete misnomer. That wasn't true.
Thank you.
Jamil, stop. You're falling into Skip's stupidity.
Mo didn't even play last night, and they beat the Celtics. Mo's pretty good.
Oh, heck yeah, Skip. I'm right there with you. Mo Williams is a friggin' superstar. Let's see what he did the year after LeBron James left with Cleveland. Oh, they traded him midseason, so that's a good sign. Let's see. He averaged 13.3 points on 38% shooting. He's a friggin' superstar.
I'll give you Booby. I give Jamario. This team's pretty good.
Let's just take a quick peek at this lineup and see what went wrong with this future dynasty. Oh, a 34-year-old Antoine Jameson was their best player, so that's a good start. Anthony Parker, he's 35 years old. An injury-plagued Anderson Varejao, he only played 31 games. Oh, the superstar himself, Mo Williams. Oh, the next Shaquille O'Neal, J.J. Hickson. Oh, the Steph Curry before Steph Curry, Daniel Booby Gibson. Freaking Ramon Sessions, a washed-up Baron Davis, Alonzo G, Christian Iyenga, Jamario Moon, Luke Herringody. Who the freak are these people?
Look, it doesn't take a lot to be the 8th seed, okay? Most years, it's between 36 and 40 wins.
Manny Harris, Ryan Hollins, Simi Erden, Joey Graham, Jawad Williams, Leon Poe. How is this team not competing with the 96-97 Bulls? I don't get it.
They play 82 games. You mean to tell me this team couldn't even win 30-something
I'm telling
games?
you the piss.
No, they couldn't win 30-some games. They won 19 games. They went on a 26-game losing streak. They finished 25th in the NBA in points per game. They finished 29th in offensive and defensive rating. LeBron James was that team, and now they were lost. Let's just go on to number 5. Halfway point. There hasn't been a single Johnny Manziel take yet. We're going to fix that. He says Johnny Manziel is in the same class as Ben Roethlisberger.
You're going to sit there with a straight face.
I told you, I thought he was going to be a star.
With the camera staring at you.
Yes.
And you're going to tell me that Johnny Manziel deserved to be mentioned in the same breath as
the
Big
Browns
Ben
want Johnny
Roethlisberger?
Manziel? No, they did not.
Answer my question. Johnny Manziel deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as Big Ben Roethlisberger?
Sure.
Yo, what?
Okay, deal with the issue.
What, that isn't a bad enough take for you? Well, patience, guys, patience. He keeps going. It gets more embarrassing. Well, what if he says something stupid like, oh, I don't know, maybe the Cowboys would have been better off drafting Johnny Manziel than two-time All-Pro offensive tackle Zach Martin?
And here's the point. You think I'm being disrespectful to Zach Martin? I said that it was a great pick.
Yeah.
But Johnny would have been a better pick.
What, that's still not enough for you? Well, patience, guys. You gotta wait. He's got a big finale. What if he said something stupid like he would have led the 2015 4-12 Cowboys to the Super Bowl?
And here's the bottom line. Jerry Jones knows full well Johnny Manziel could have facilitated a Super Bowl run for this Cowboy team.
Oh, a Super Bowl run?
Yes.
Really?
Well,
that's where we going now?
What? Sorry, guys. I flew off the handle a little bit there. I just couldn't believe that. But number 4, it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. I'm sorry. I apologize for the terrible video quality for number 4. The video quality is about as quality as the words coming out of Skip Bayless's mouth here. There's no way for me to prepare you guys for what you're about to hear. You're probably going to want to kill yourself after hearing this, but Skip Bayless would rather have Tim Tebow one game for his life over Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry.
That's what Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah, you know what? I'll even take Tim Tebow one game for my life over Aaron Rodgers. I would, honestly. I don't even care about the great Brett Favre. I'll take Tebow over Aaron Rodgers. I've seen more from Tebow so far.
Skip, this is what would happen to your life if you left it in Tim Tebow's hands and his ability to perform in the NFL as a quarterback. You're dead. That was such a ridiculous sequence of words that not even the moderator of your debate with Stephen A. Smith could believe it.
Listen, let's go to commercial break, Jay.
Yeah, I was wondering about that one myself, so yeah, we gonna go to break.
Alright, so for number 3, this one's just a classic. It combines two of his worst takes of all time, Johnny Manziel and his blind hate for LeBron James. He combines them together to make this beautiful sentence of declaring something that's just outrageous. Just watch.
9 National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel.
No, I don't think the Texans are really going, oh snap, we missed out on Johnny Manziel. They've had a winning record every season after the 2014 NFL draft. They won the division twice. And now they have a promising quarterback in Deshaun Watson, so I think they're A-okay.
One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
Okay, so okay, so with okay, all right. Wow, yeah, he just said that. But the greatest thing about that clip was that long pause he had in between saying LeBron James' name, because he was like, am I really about to say this? And then he just went for it. He didn't care.
One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland. Pretty soon, that dog pound in Cleveland is going to be hooting and hollering for Johnny Manziel, who has that dog in him.
Oh, that dog pound's just going to go crazy for Johnny Manziel? Well, they must have turned into the Crickets pound when he started playing, because I didn't really hear anything, because Fool was not impressive. 2-6 record as a starting quarterback. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at his passing stats. Let's see. 1,675 yards. That's pretty good career totals. 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He got sacked 22 times. I thought this man was elusive. Let's see. QBR of 9 as a rookie. Ugh. 62.7. Yeah, that's not good either. QBR, that's your favorite stat, right, Skip? What's happening? Let's see. 7 fumbles. How did this man fumble 7 times and get sacked 22 times? I thought he was elusive. 1 rushing touchdown? Are you kidding me? And don't even give me this excuse about, oh, well, where was the talent around him? He was on the Cleveland Browns, the worst team. Well, what were they when you made these statements of him going to the Super Bowl, the playoffs? There was no talent then, and there was no talent when he got in the game. He's better than LeBron James. He's not even the best Browns quarterback in the past 10 years. He's in the bottom of that list. Sorry, I just kind of lost it there. But yeah, that was number 3. So there's 2 more worse moments than that. Coming in at number 2. Again, I apologize for the garbage video quality, but it's kind of symbolic for what's about to come out of his mouth again. You thought Tim Tebow over Aaron Rodgers for one game in your life? Well, this is going to be a doozy. Skip Bayless is a pretty big Tom Brady fan. I think we can all agree. I think it's pretty plain to see with how he talks about him. Well, apparently Tim Tebow is more clutch than Tom Brady. Oh, God, just watch.
What if this game comes down to the last 2 minutes? Which quarterback you got? You taking Tebow or you taking Brady? Seriously, Stephen A. Smith. In all objectivity, just looking at the cold, hard facts, I am taking Tim Tebow, because numbers never lie. And the number that I'm hanging my hat on is his QBR in the last 9 minutes is off the charts and easily the NFL's best. How can you argue with that?
How could you argue with that? Let me get a crack at it. How about 44th quarter comebacks and 51 game-winning drives? Is that enough for you? All right, fine. Let's try and give Skip Bayless the benefit of the doubt here, and let's just take a look at Tim Tebow's 4th quarter stats, because you know what, he's been overhyping him, saying he's the clutchest, quarterback of all time, So let's just take a look. 4th quarter. Let's see. 51.9% completion percentage in the 4th quarter. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's kind of awful. Let's see. 4th quarter within 7 points. His completion percentage drops under 50% at 46.2%. with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Great, his QBR is good, but you're kind of forgetting all the other stats that make him look like the piece of garbage he is. Here we go, guys. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The number 1 worst Skip Bayless moment of all time. My nipples are getting hard just thinking about this. What is the number 1 worst Skip Bayless moment of all time? Roll the clip.
Can he right now, at 52 years old,
Right here, right now.
beat LeBron one-on-one? I mean, and beyond. Come on.
You know, Stephen A.
Oh
Smith?
gosh, don't don't do this.
He just might.
Don't do
He
this.
just might be able to.
Do you guys understand what he just said he might be able to about? At the time, a 52-year-old Michael Jordan would be able to beat a 29-year-old LeBron James in a one-on-one match. I'm not dreaming! He said these words!
If right here, right now, Michael would stop smoking his cigars, change his diet up, if you gave him, I'm gonna say 2 months to get himself back into some semblance of basketball shape,
Not that he ever falls completely out of shape, but I'm talking about getting into one-on-one, going up against LeBron kind of shape.
Okay.
2 months is all I would need. I would train him, actually.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. You're gonna train him. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought this was gonna get ridiculous. Why is this number one? Can I slit my wrist now so I don't have to hear the rest of this?
And I believe that on intangibles alone, we're talking about the mentally toughest superstar in the history of sport going up against, head-to-head with a man in LeBron James whose mental toughness has sometimes been a little in question in the biggest moments. This would be the biggest moment of LeBron's life.
Skip, you were spot on there. This is the biggest game of LeBron James' life. Not all the NBA Finals games he's played in. Not all the Game 7 NBA playoff matchups he's had. No, it's this. This is hands down the biggest game of his life. A one-on-one exhibition match that counts for nothing against a 52-year-old AARP member that is Michael Jordan.
That in LeBron's advancing NBA years, he's not the explosive athlete he once was. He now has to labor to be spectacular, when in the past he did it effortlessly.
Did you really just make the point, Skip, that LeBron James's aging is going to be the downfall in this game? Not the fact that he's playing a 52-year-old Michael Jordan, but the fact that he's 29 and he has to labor to do the great things he did just a few years ago. And we're not going to touch on any of the greatness that Michael Jordan can no longer do because the man has arthritis and keeps cashing those Social Security checks. It's one thing to compare garbage quarterbacks like Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow to great quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. It's another thing to compare freaking athletes that are young that have nothing to do with their sport like Aaron Judge and Johnny Manziel to LeBron James. But when you compare LeBron James at 29 years old and say he can't beat a 52-year-old man when LeBron James has gone to how many straight NBA Finals? 7, 8, 200? I don't freaking know. But the man hasn't slowed down, and he's 32 years old, 33 years old. He's not slowing down anytime too soon. He is an all-time great basketball player. Your blind hate has completely blinded you. I can't take it anymore, Skip. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for all the support over these Skip Bayless videos. I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed them, but you know, I gotta grow as a creator. I don't know if any of that makes sense. I just want to make different videos is basically what I'm saying. Will I come back and make some more Skip Bayless videos down the road? I would say probably. A lot of you guys have been suggesting Stephen A. Smith, Colin Cowherd, a bunch of other sports people saying dumb stuff. I'll think about it, but for right now, I'm Skip Bayless. I say dumb things, and
this kid is a gamer. He's a baller. He's a playmaker and a shot caller. In case you didn't know, I got Tebow. He shattered the mold, and all he does is win. All he does is win games. Listen, I got Tebow. He shattered the mold, and all he does is win. All he does is unleash.
Tell Tebow, let him go.
It's time.
Turn him loose.
Let him play. Let him play.
Okay, on Sunday.
Unleash.
Tell Tebow, let him go.
It's time.
Turn him loose.
Let him play.
I'm going to church Sunday. Run, pass, option. I think that's my game.
I guarantee you that.
I'm no John Elway. He's rewriting the book.
Week in and week out.
He's a unique
football player.
That's what Tim Tebow's all about.
He's a gamer. He's a baller. Playmaker. Shot caller. He's a gamer. He's a baller. Playmaker. Shot caller. Unleash.
Tim Tebow. Let him go.
It's time.
Turn him loose.
Let him play. Let him play.
Okay, on Sunday.
And all he does is win. All he does is win.
One more day, one more win.
All he does is win games.